Hey everyone, so this is the second out of 3 videos in this month's total film series. So in the first video, we looked through the magazine itself, and in the third part, which will be uploaded shortly after this one, we will be going through this catalogue of awesome fangasm merchandise and apparel, which is absolutely sensational. I think you'll like that a lot. But in this video, it is finally time to have a look through the 100 must-see movies thrillers. I've already done the horrors one, I think. Was the horrors one the previous one? Whatever it was. And the next one will be comedy. But thrillers are my favourite movies. And there are a few in here which kind of shocked me. Their positionings mainly. So feel free to let me know what you think of any mentioned in here or any that you think should be in here that aren't. Certainly there were a few that I thought of that could have been in here. And we will get on with the page flipping. So as you will see, I'm joined by Madre. So there may be a couple of extra cat sounds if she decides that she wants to start playing. And I'm also drinking tea as well, because it's very cold and I refuse to put the heating on in July. Okay, so I am a huge thriller fan, and I haven't looked through this, but I did have a teeny weeny little peek at a couple, and I hadn't seen any of the ones that I spot checked. So I have a feeling that there may be a lot in here for me to discover. So we have Old Boy. This is apparently the original one. It was a Kane film apparently. And the 1976 All the President's Men. Sweet Smell of Success. Build My Gallows High. Went off to a great start. I've not seen any of those. Then this is the 1971 Get Carter, which is about London gangster Jack Carter travels to Newcastle. Considering I grew up in Newcastle, I'm already interested. To discover the hard truths behind his brother's mysterious death in Mike Hodges' bleak, brutal thriller. Oh, that's going straight to the top of my watch list. Yes, definitely. Oh, Black Swan. I've seen, which I think the editing in that is just so beautiful. It's insane. It's absolutely gorgeous. Number 7 we have White Heat and Sunset Boulevard at number 8. I didn't know Sunset Boulevard was a thriller. It's one of those that I've kind of heard of but never really seen or paid much attention to. Cat's head's all dusty. She's been in her litter tray. She likes to roll around it when I just change it. It's really quite irritating. Okay. Number 9 we have Rififi, Rififi. I'm sure somebody can correct me. Breathless and Badlands. Then we have Trainspotting, which didn't really like. I mean, I really like Robert Carlyle, so there were aspects of it that I enjoyed. But for the most part, I just wasn't that bothered. Dirty Harry, which I may have just bought. Did I? If not, I was looking at it. Catch Me If You Can. 2005, A History of Violence, which I think was our latest one so far. High Noon. Grosse Pointe Blank. I kind of feel like I should have read this before I did this video so I could actually tell you a bit more of what the films are apparently about. But at the same time, I like this not knowing what's on the next page thing. Clearly Madre doesn't give us stuff. Number 18 is Reservoir Dogs, and I just didn't like it. I just did not like it at all. Children of Men. Oh, Spotlight, 2015. A 70s style newsroom thriller about a real life case in 2003. which picked up the Best Picture Oscar in 2015. I don't actually think I saw that. In fact, I didn't. I know I didn't. The Insider. Drive. The Last Seduction. The Long Goodbye. Manchurian Candidate, which I've just read about in the other magazine and I hadn't heard of it before that. Number 26 we have the 1955 Kiss Me Deadly. I'm really into 50s films at the moment, kind of 40s and 50s. Rear Window. Hitchcock. 28 is LA Confidential, which I believe was on BBC a couple of days ago, so if you're watching this video relatively soon after I upload it, then it may still be on iPlayer. Assault on Precinct 13. A cop with a war on his hands, his enemy an army of street killers, his only ally convicted murderer. Sounds quite good. The Killing. 31 is Pulp Fiction, which I haven't seen yet, but it's really high up the top of my list, so I promise I'll get around to it. I know a lot of people keep telling me to watch it. A lot of people's favourite is The Godfather. Christopher Nolan's Memento, which I haven't seen yet. Double Indemnity. Magnolias. The Lives of Others. I think I've seen a little bit of The Lives of Others, but I don't think I saw it all. You'll realise if you watch my videos a lot, I have no memory. I don't remember anything. I bought a film the other day with Angelina Jolie in it, and I didn't realise I'd seen it until I started watching it. Fritz Lang had already shaped the future of science fiction movies with Metropolis when he made M. Well, I've seen Metropolis. Just based on Metropolis, I have no interest in watching M. City of Gold is number 38. My door. Number 39 is a big classic, No Country for Old Men. Treasure of the Sierra Madre on the Waterfront. The Departed. I really like Jack Nicholson. I like Jack Nicholson a lot, but nothing will ever beat his Joker, ever. Blue Velvet. Number 44 is the 1986 Manhunter. With its stylized lensing, non-marquee casting and gruesome subject matter, the first adaptation of Thomas Harris's Red Dragon wasn't a big hit despite introducing viewers to Dr. Lecter. But it has since gained cult status and spawned a franchise, TV spin-off and numerous pretenders. Oh, well, I love Hannibal Lecter as a character, so I'm definitely going to have to see Manhunter. True Romance. Number 46 is Goodfellas. How is what? Only number 47 is 7. That should be number 1 or number 100, depending on which way we're doing this. 7 is probably the greatest film ever. I mean, it's not my all-time favourite, but in terms of the pacing, the casting, the suspense, it's got the level of gore and gruesomeness just right that it's so addictive, but it doesn't make you turn away. It's I love it. Rashomon, Stagecoach, Miller's Crossing, the 1993 Carlito's Way, Al Pacino, Rio Bravo, and I need a drink of tea. I I just can't get over the fact that 7 is only number 47. I kind of like the fact that it's a number with 7 in it. But no, that should be number 1. Although there is a good mix of films in here. Taxi Driver, Fatal Attraction, Traffic, Performance. Number 57 is North by Northwest. Honestly, it is fantastic. It is such a good film. 1959. Very surprising character development. Some interesting relationships between some of the characters. I really liked it. Didn't think I would like it, which I think is why I like it even more, because I did enjoy it. If that makes any sense. Fargo. Casablanca. Mean Streets. Out of Sights. Persona. Point Blank. And another one that I don't think should be only 64. It's not as good as 7, but The Shawshank Redemption is still fantastic, and it shouldn't be 64. What? This is outrageous, but we'll come on to that in a moment. Steve Jobs. I haven't seen Steve Jobs yet, so I can't comment. But I kind of feel like I'm surprised it's in this top 100 films. I'm not sure. Should I be surprised? Let me know if you've seen it. Vertigo. The Samurai. Notorious. Have I seen Notorious? Don't think I have. Citizen Kane. Serpico. Fight Club. Maybe those 3 films that I'm outraged at have all got the same actors in them, or a combination thereof. That's quite bizarre. Yes, anyway, Fight Club is 71. It should be number 2, just after 7. It's perfect. And I love it, and that's even if you take out Helena Bonham Carter in it, because for me, the twist in the film was just, oh my goodness. Do you know when you get so into a film and then something happens and you actually make a noise? And you squeal, or you gasp, or you just start ranting and raving like a lunatic. That's what happened when I was watching this. And I'm just so glad I didn't see it in the cinema, because I would have looked like an idiot. Although I dare say, seeing that reveal in the cinema would have been quite spectacular. I'm getting butterflies in my stomach just thinking about it. It's such a fantastic film. That's the great thing about cinema. It gets you so excited. I need to calm down now. It's after midnight. This is ridiculous. The Godfather Part 2. Bonnie and Clyde. Dutch Vigo. The Big Sleep, Chinatown, 39 Steps, which I haven't seen yet, and the 1976 Marathon Man. I'm not doing very well with the ones that I haven't seen, and the ones that I have seen, I'm just outraged that they've put them so low down the list. I'm getting a lot of inspiration for films that I'd like to see. That's good. Yes, Dora, that's right. A Long Good Friday. Cesario. Cesario was 2015. I thought that was this year. Good heavens. The Talented Mr. Ripley, which I haven't seen, but I am so desperate to see. Zodiac, which is another one that just sounds amazing, which I kind of always wanted to see, but just kind of haven't got around to yet. Heat, Jackie Brown, The Wages of Fear. We're almost at the end. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Oh, that's interesting. Shot at a psychiatric hospital using real patients as extras. Although I think it's one that I'd like to read first before watching it. I'm not sure. I definitely want to see it though. Boys in the Hood. Third one. 12 Angry Men. I was going to see that on stage, but I decided not to. And now I can't decide whether I should watch the film first, then see it in the theatre, or just bite the bullet and see it in the theatre and then find out if I like it when I'm there. I don't know. Once Upon a Time in America. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I admit is fantastic, but I just hope that this is going backwards, because there's no way that that is better than Fight Club and Seven and The Shawshank Redemption. The Untouchables. We're on 92, we've got 8 left. I'm trying to see if there's any thrillers that I think should be in this that I haven't seen yet. Probably. The Night of Thunder. French Connection. 1941's The Maltese Falcom. The Conversation. Wow, I had no idea Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy was 2011. And despite my deep love of Gary Oldman, I haven't seen it yet. Okay, 3 more. Last page. Let's see. There were a lot of Johnny Depps that I think should be on this. I really like Secret Window to be on it. That's what I'd love. Oh, whatever. The Usual Suspects. Hidden. And Sunshine. I'm going to hope that's how it's pronounced. There we have that. So next up we have comedies, and if you subscribe before the 12th of July you will get it too, and I definitely recommend you subscribe. So, although a lot of my favourite thrillers were perhaps not in there, there are many new films to read more about and discover, and quite a handful of thrillers that I've been meaning to see but never got round to it. I don't understand why 7's only number 47. This beauty. This gorgeous, perfect beauty. 71, that's just disgraceful. Anyway, never mind. Thank you for watching with me. Please do feel free to recommend as many films to me as you can, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye.